Hey, what's up YouTube? It's just Arrizz. I'm just going to show you how, I'm just going to go through how I made this progressive sounding synth. That's about it. Put the link to the MIDI file and the Sytrus Preset in the description. So if you just want those, then you can just be on your way. Okay. Okay, so basically, so if you're unfamiliar with Sytrus, you should probably look up some like beginner tutorials first. But I'll try and take it easy. So okay, basically we have these 4 oscillators here, and they're running into 2 different filters at different volumes. And each filter is panned left and right. For the first one here, so these, I just had each oscillator feedback on itself. It gives it some, I think it actually makes it sound like a saw wave here. Let's just, let me just check it out. Okay. Okay, so this is just oscillator 1. Let's play some notes. So it kind of sounds like a saw. If I take this feedback off, it's just a sine wave. So I'm just basically creating my own waveform. Sounds like a saw. So second oscillator, let me see what that sounds like. So pretty similar. Let's see. Oh, it's just a saw wave. And again, feedback on itself. So 2 together. So get a little bit more unison in there. More voices. So the third one, let's see what that sounds like. Again, something just a little different. And this one is pitched up an octave, because see, these are all at 2 for frequency ratio. This one's a 4. And the waveform is a little different. Again, I just messed with these settings to get a interesting sounding waveform, and away I went. So then all of them together sound like this. And again, they're fed back into these filters at different volumes. So these are the volumes. So oscillator 1 is fed into both filters at full volume. Oscillator 2 is fed into both filters at let's see, 50% volume. Oscillator 3, they're fed in at about 50%. 4, about 75%, 77% there. So I end up with that sound. So then I went to the main tab and I increased this unison without this on. Sounds like that. Crank it up to 4. And it just, I'm not sure how well you guys are familiar with Unison, but I mean, it basically creates, makes your sound bigger, wider. You're playing, whatever you crank this Unison to be, is how many voices you're playing. So we're playing 4 instances of this over again, and it's being offset 50% unison pitch, and they're being panned really wide because I have the panning full. So yeah, that's how that kind of works. Let's see. Okay, so the filters. So each filter is actually operating separately, but I just made them like almost identical settings because I wanted them to act the same, but I wanted to pan both filters, like one filter left and one filter right, so that my sound is really wide. So yeah, that's how I did that. So the filters, let's go filter 1. They're basically the same, so I'll just do 1. and it's the same for both. Okay, so filter 1, I wanted to link the cutoff to this mod X here. Right. So in order to do that, I went to the cutoff tab, mod X. It starts out like this, just straight across. And you want to drag this end down and this end up, which means it'll be at 0, or it's actually negative 100. Okay, well, you stretch it across this grid, and it means that now this will reflect your cutoff values. And you kind of have to mess with the envelope setting and the cutoff, and that'll affect how your sound turns out and what kind of character it fills, right? Like if I crank the envelope all the way off, you won't even hear that sound. Oh, well, I have to do it on both filters, right? That's it. So that's what the envelope does. Let's see. Oh, effects. So I'll go to the effects tab. So I have some delay on here, as you can probably hear. And so I made a ping pong delay, which is a type of delay. Ping pongs left and right in your ear. And I had the feedback level 40%, volume 50%. And you see here I made the delay route to the modulator X here. So when the mod is down here and the sound is like really cut off, then there's not as much delay. But when as I increase the modulation, as I turn this knob up, then the delay also increases. So let's just take a listen. I'll just do one note for now. So not only does the cutoff increase, which we mapped earlier, but the delay increases. It's kind of an interesting effect, good for like build-ups and stuff like that. So, and I just have the chorus set on 2. And I don't have this going full like on this matrix here. Let's see, it's only going like 54% on. If I were to crank it up, then you'd hear more delay, but that's how much is. And then 100% out for each filter. So yeah, that's basically how I made the sound. Again, there's a link in the description. You can download it for free, obviously. Yeah, so that's about it, I guess. Underneath this is just a sub. It's just a sine wave, just underneath the chords. So I guess your final sounds like this. Yeah, so you can use this MIDI file and whatever. If you want to make a project out of it, you go ahead, just credit me and you know, I think that'd be cool if you credit me, and then maybe I look at it. You can post it as a response to this video. Maybe I look at it and then we collaborate or something. So yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so yeah, again, this is Arrizz. You can check out my SoundCloud and Facebook and stuff. I was producing dubstep, but I'm gonna start producing progressive house. I think I like it better, so I'm gonna try that. Anyway, okay, this has been Arrizz. See you guys next time.